Continuing with the jewellery box, I'm now going to complete the base. So at the moment the box top is open, so I'm going to switch to the base. To continue this exercise, I'm now going to switch to the base. My base is here, so now I need to split this, separate the top and the bottom. So I'm going to use insert, cut, and cut with surface. I have this plane set up, so I select the plane as my cutting plane, and it's just a matter of which way do I want to cut it. So I see there's a little arrow in the middle. I can click on the arrow to switch direction, or use the double arrows over here. So I want to cut off the top, in this case, remove the top. So I hit OK, and I'm left with the base. I'm now going to hide that plane, and I'm going to complete the hinge at the back here. So, sketching of this edge here, I'm going to draw a circle. Hovering over this, the centre point of that circle will come up. The same dimension. A line, and trim off the bottom edge. So I have a semicircle there, which I will now extrude across the width of the hinge. Of the direction. The direction of the vertex, which will give me the full width there on the hinge, or 75mm. I will now insert a plane across the middle here. So once again, to insert the plane, I go up to Reference Geometry, Plane. This plane is going to be referenced off the right plane, and the second reference point here is going to be the midpoint on my hinge. So now I've created a plane in the centre of the jewellery box, using the hinge as my reference. I want to cut out a section of my hinge here for which the top is going to fit into. So I'm going to sketch onto this plane, normal 2, and I'm going to draw a larger circle there. Hovering over this circle, the centre will turn up so I can make them concentric and make it a diameter of 12. Using the extruded cut tool, I will now cut mid-plane a width of 45mm through the middle. Now I've made it a little bit bigger there to allow space for the hinge to turn. Except that, we can see the hinge has been cut out there. The top will fit into that later. Now for these to notch together, we're going to put two little holes here on this side. So sketching onto this, with circle, hover on this outer circle, the centre will turn up, and draw a circle there of a diameter of 4mm on that. And we will extrude cut this to a depth of 3mm. To allow the hinge to clip together. I need to repeat this on the other side, so I'm simply going to use my mirror function feature. So I've recognised the last cut there. I just need to tell it what face I'm going to use. I'm going to use this plane. So having it picking up the last cut I've done, it's recognised there, so it cuts it out into the side. I'll accept that. I'm now finished that plane, so I'm going to hide it The next part of the exercise will be to create the little lip or the connection between the top and the base. So I'm going to have to make a little rise there around about the edge of it. So what I'm going to do is sketch on the top surface. Sketch. If I choose the bottom surface, I want to convert that onto the top because the hinge is included on the top one. So if I choose the bottom surface and I go convert entities, it's going to convert that onto the top exactly the same. This is going to be used for making that connection lip between the two of them. So I'll extrude boss base that there to a distance of 3 millimeters and accept. So now I have a little rise up there which is going to create the lip for me for the top and the base to be connected. I'll add my fillet on the base. So I'm going to go with the constant size fillet, the first one, upper radius 5 mil. Around the bottom, I'm going to have to select the edges. And accept that. I need to place that fillet on before I did the shell. So I'm going to shell out the box, hollow out the box in this case. So using shell, I'm going to give it a wall thickness there of 4 mil. And select the top surface, show preview, and it's shelling out the way we want. Accept that. Now I'm going to complete the lip here at the top for the two boxes connecting together. So this thickness here is 4 mil. So I'm going to create a joint there between the two of them there of 2 mil. So selecting this top surface, I'll go sketch. And once again, I'm going to convert the outer edges. So I can select all the outer edges by holding Control. And convert. And I want to offset that in 2 mil, and I want to remove that following this. So I'm going to use offset 2 mil, and it recognizes the entire sketch there once I select one of the splines. Now my problem is it is offsetting it outwards, so I'm going to reverse direction over here. That's what I want, and I'll accept that. I need to remove that lip that I put on previously, so I'm going to go Features, Extrude Cut, 3 mil. So that takes it back down to the hinge level, as you can see here. No jewellery box will be without a divider, dividing up the jewellery. So we're going to place a rib across the middle here for the jewellery box. We already have a plane placed across the middle, so we can use that plane. So I'm going to sketch on that plane, choose that plane, and I go sketch, and I'm going to go normal too. Now in this case, I'm going to change my appearance here to show the hidden edges, so I can select the interior of the box. So I select Align, and draw a line across. From that's the interior edge, but on the other side it is not apparent which of these lines it is because of the numerous curves and corners. So I'm just going to leave it too long for the moment, and I'll add a dimension there of 45 mil from the base. change my appearance back, and I need to find where it intersects with this curved surface. I'm going to use a tool here called intersection curve. So I'm choosing that tool. I'll pick that surface, so the intersection between this surface and the plane I'm sketching on will appear. So the intersection between that surface and the plane will be a line, which will give me where the two intersect. So there it gives me the line. So that's where that plane intersects. So now I know how much to trim away. Using my trim tool, I can now trim that much away. And I can also get rid of this line. I do not require that line to complete the rib. That has found me the intersection of that surface. I'll now select the rib tool. So in features, I have the option here, rib. In my rib tool, I can choose first side, both sides, or second side, which side I want it offsetting on both sides to a width of 2 mm. I can accept that, which will place my center rib in there. Finally, I need to add my fillets on the edges. So I'll choose fillet. It's going to be a constant fillet of 0.5 mm. Around this edge initially. Around. The top of the fillet of the rib. Like that. Be also a fillet on this top edge. 0.7. So I'll pick the top surface and it will do it both sides for me. Accept that. And save. The final thing is to add our materials and our appearances for the base. So to add my materials, I'll select materials here, right click, edit materials, and the material I'm looking for is plastic. ABS plastic. Close. And finally, I want to add an appearance of a white high gloss plastic. So I can simply get my appearances over here. Plastics, high gloss. I'll drag out and drop a white high gloss plastic onto it. Now it appears to turn it a slight grey colour. And save. That is the base complete.